Afternoon everyone, this is TalkAllKombat. I'm Luke and today I'm going to do my UFC 156 picks and a bit of a preview of the card. So I'm going to start from top to bottom. As you all know, the main event is Jose Aldo going up against Frankie Edgar. A few fights ago this was thought of as a super fight in the same sort of regard as St. Pierre against Silva, Silva against Jones, now Ben Henderson against GSP, you know. Yeah, the two losses from Frankie Edgar that he suffered to Benson Henderson somewhat dampened the call for the fight, but the fact remains that in the first fight he wasn't beaten hugely convincingly. I think Bendo won the fight, but I mean he wasn't destroyed. The second fight, even being a massive, you know, Benson Henderson's my favourite fighter bar none. But I do think he lost that second fight to Frankie Edgar. So to me, really, it still is. It's still a massive fight. I mean, Edgar should have won the title. So he's really de facto champ against champ. So yeah, I mean, it's huge. It really is. I think it's been downplayed somewhat due to Edgar losing twice. But it really shouldn't be. It's Aldo's toughest test to date. His best opponent. Probably the person best equipped to beat him, even though I struggle to see it. But then I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into the preview. I don't really see. I don't know where to put Edgar's best chances in this fight. Do you say I don't think he's going to knock him out. I think Edgar's got power. You know, you've seen him knock out Maynard, he's a big guy. Strong bloke, you know, he's a very good fighter, tough to put away. So Edgar's finished him, Edgar's dropped him previously to that. So now Edgar can bang, he can throw a shot, but I personally don't see him knocking Jose Aldo out. We haven't seen Aldo in that sort of trouble before. The only trouble we've seen him in is on his back against Mark Hominick, when he was completely gassed out. You know, he had a terrible weight cut. So he had an excuse for that, but yeah, that's the worst we've seen Aldo, was against Hominick. Since then he's come back and he destroyed Mendez. He pretty much dominated Kenny Florian. You know, he's another tough fighter. He come through that with basically no problems. So you know, I really do find it hard where to pinpoint Edgar's best chances. In most fights, you know, we've only seen him at 155. You'd always say it's Edgar's speed, getting in and out, picking people off, throwing shots and getting out before he gets hit. That's always been his best opportunity. Or as he showed against Maynard, it's weathering a storm and then using his better fitness, the fact that he didn't cut weight, using that against people and having the better cardio and then coming back in later rounds. Here, for one, he's not going to have the speed at the weight. He's not going to have the advantage that he did have. Aldo's as quick as anyone at the weight. He's going to be cutting £10. He's never done the cut before. He hasn't done a test cut. He hasn't had an easier fight to get acclimatised to the weight. He's going straight in against the best featherweight of all time. So yeah, he's not going to have the speed. You're going to have the unknown from him cutting weight. We don't know how he's going to react to that, how his body's going to react, how he's going to feel in terms of cardio. So yeah, there's a lot of unknowns with it. Yeah, so he's not going to. I don't see him picking apart Aldo and getting back out. I think if he jumps in at Aldo, tries to hit him quickly, I think Aldo's going to sting him with some tough leg kicks, you know, like he did Faber. That's the way I see it going for Edgar. His best opportunity really is to get Aldo down and keep him there. But do I see him wrestling him to the ground and just laying on him? No, I see Aldo popping back up. I see Aldo sprawling a lot of his take. He's got good takedown defence. His Jiu-Jitsu is something we haven't seen much of, but you know, spoken about in high regard. So I mean, obviously all this is coming up to my pick, which is pretty obvious. I see Aldo beating him by decision. I don't think he'll finish him, because if you brought an iron bar into the match and slapped Edgar about the head with it, I don't think you'd finish him. He's just tough as nails, refuses to be put away. So I see Aldo dominating him en route to a decision. I phrase it dominating him. I don't think that it's going to be a complete shutout and make him look like a bum, I just don't think you're going to see Aldo in much trouble. I think you'll see Edgar getting hit with a lot of heavy shots, and I think by the end of the fight Edgar will be showing a lot of wear and tear from the fight. Not quite Mark Hominick levels, but I think we'll see him dusted up quite a lot in this fight. I'll see Aldo winning, unanimous decision. So that's the first pick. The next fight is a fight that I don't know why it's happening. Maybe someone can shed light on what Nogueira's done to deserve to fight Rashad, or perhaps they want to give Rashad an easy fight and get him down to middleweight to challenge Silva, because we certainly don't want to see him fight Jones again, as much as he wants it. Yeah, Nogueira's looked really poor in basically every fight. The Tito fight, maybe you can say, oh, he looked alright. Yeah, but he was fighting a washed up Tito Ortiz on his last legs. Not an impressive victory to beat him, really. He's lost to Ryan Bader, he lost to Phil Davis. You know, both wrestlers, both of them just dominated him. He didn't put up much of a fight. Rashad's twice the fighter either of them are. Rashad's better on the feet than either of them. His wrestling's better. I just don't see anywhere that Nogueira can trouble him. You know, this isn't Pride. You know, Nogueira's time is over. He's not got what it takes anymore to fight someone of Rashad's calibre and do anything. I think I was going to go for a decision, but I don't want to pick too many decisions on this card. I think Rashad is far too quick on the feet. You know, he's got power. I think he'll stop Nogueira. Maybe second round. Now maybe first round he'll take him down, pound him out a little bit, and then I think he'll stop him second round, jump on, few hammers, and it'll be fight over. Where this puts Rashad, as I say, I think he's best. He said he don't know if he can cut to 185. But I mean, that's really his only choice. While John Jones has still got the belt, it was a convincing loss. You know, he took some dirty elbows, and I don't think there's going to be much of a call to see them two back in the cage anytime soon. But yeah, a convincing Rashad victory here by stoppage. The next fight is the fight I'm most looking forward to. It's Alistair Overeem against Bigfoot Silva. I'm a self-confessed Overeem fanboy, I've got to admit. I think it's a travesty that we've basically lost a year of his career. I mean, obviously it's self-inflicted, whether he meant to take the supplement or not, it's still self-inflicted. But as I say, it's a shame that in the peak of his career, you know, it's been over a year since he's actually fought. But he said that it hasn't been wasted. You know, he's moved to the US full time. He's training in the US as well now, so he's got stability. So hopefully this will be the best Overeem we've ever seen. And I mean, he adds a lot to the division, name power, you know, and he's got great, unbelievable stand up. In terms of this fight, I see Overeem stopping Silva maybe. I think first round, you know, possibly second. I don't see Silva having much. I don't see him doing much in this fight. You know, Velasquez destroyed him. Cormier showed that you could stop him even with his size. So yeah, I don't see him offering much trouble. The only thing I think Silva could possibly do is lay on top of Overeem, wear him out. You know, your cardio can never be your strong point when you're that big. And he said he's got bigger since he's been away. So I mean, cardio's got to be an issue. But then you'd really wonder if Silva's got the cardio himself to take it where it needs to go to trouble Overeem. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. I think Overeem's going to stop him. He's going to be impressive, show the immense striking that won him the K1 title, and he's going to stop Silva in the first round. So there's another stoppage for you. Hopefully it's coming up for an exciting card. The next fight is Fitch against Maia. As good as the card is, and as much as I'm looking forward to every fight, and I think it's going to deliver, I still think some of the fights are quite easy to predict. This one in particular, I see it as a typical John Fitch fight. I think that he's going to basically just grind Maia out. You know, Maia's only real opportunity is to submit John Fitch. Fitch is tough as nails. I don't see him being submitted, even by someone as high level as Damian Maia. Maia's got a tendency not to use his strengths when he's in a tough fight. You know, I mean, look, he did nothing against Silva. You know, he don't offer much sometimes. You know, sometimes he can be really impressive. Sometimes he can just show up and not do what's expected of him. You know, you'd expect him here to be trying for submissions, to be trying to submit Fitch off his back, because he's going to be on his back. But then sometimes he'll go out and try and have a kickboxing fight, and he hasn't got to stand up for it. I see Fitch grinding him out here over 3 rounds, taking him down, doing just enough to keep him there. And it's the writing's on the wall for a unanimous decision for Fitch, in my opinion. Put him back up towards the top end of the division. A win over Eric Silva was really impressive, especially fight of the night. So this can only make his stock a bit higher. Last but not least is Ian McCall against Joseph Benavidez. I've been going over this one in my head. I like Ian McCall. I like his moustache, so it's tough to pick against him. But Benavidez, he's a tough customer. He's got the speed, he's got the wrestling, he's got everything it takes to be successful at the weight. Both are coming off losses to Demetrius Johnson, but McCall in a lot more convincing fashion. He come into that fight totally unprepared, out of shape. He cited family problems as the reason, you know, so maybe give him the benefit of the doubt. But even in his first fight, when I felt he should have won, he was pathetic. Sitting on Demetrius Johnson's back, not trying to finish the fight, pretending to ride him I mean, it's pathetic. He should have thrown more shots. He should have tried to finish that fight. And that, for me, looks like being his weakness. He's just not serious enough. You know, Benavidez comes to take things deadly serious. You know, he wants to be at the top of the division. He don't want to showboat, and he don't want to impress the fans with pathetic antics. He wants to win, and I think that's the drive that McCall's lacking that could cost him the fight. Skill-wise, McCall's, you know, he's a great fighter, but it's whether he applies it or not. And I see Benavidez wanting it more, and I see Benavidez getting a unanimous decision here, but in a very exciting fight. You know, not a poor, boring decision. I see it being very exciting. So I mean, that wraps up this card. You know, as you see, it's the first video I've uploaded. I'm going to be doing these previews every card, whether you like them or not. Give me feedback. You know, if anything you didn't like, or you know, you don't agree with my picks, don't agree with what I said, you want to give me your picks, that's fine. I'll try and respond to them all. So I'll be uploading these. I'm going to be uploading my review of the card, you know, going over what I thought of the fights, where I think the fighters are going from there. And I'm going to be trying to be uploading videos sporadically talking about MMA news. So yeah, this will be a regular thing. So if you like it, please subscribe, get in touch, and thanks for watching.